Loads of error messages. Oh,
We're live.
we are live. Is it only Wednesday? It's a Wednesday lunchtime. I feel slightly delirious today. I think lack of sleep is getting to me. Has anybody had their jabs yet? I had my COVID jab on Saturday. I haven't slept well since because I can't sleep on the side where my jab was, and that's the side I sleep on. So I keep waking up in the night 50,000 times and turning myself back over. How is everybody doing? We are here because last night we ran, keeping it real for now, our masterclass, Wealth Without the Hustle, because Cheryl and I shared with the guys, because if you came to the masterclass last night, let me know. Let me know if you're on here as well. Say hello. Say hello. Brighten up our day, brighten up our lunchtime. But we ran the masterclass Wealth Without the Hustle, if you weren't on it, because we found after 20 years in corporate and probably several bouts of burnout, when we then set up a business, we went into it with the same mentalities we'd had in corporate, which was get shit done, make it happen, work harder. Like, the harder you work, the more clients you get. And it's not true. The harder we worked, the closer we got to burnout. And literally 6 months into the business, I genuinely was thinking that I'd made a fucking epic mistake. I really was thinking that I'd made an epic mistake. We spent all of Christmas working. We got into January. We're panicking about how we're going to pay the bills at the end of January because we'd spent so much time doing all of the wrong things that didn't generate income and just generated ulcers and burned through a lot of money really quickly. And we don't want that for any of our clients. And so we were on there last night talking about it, weren't we, Cheryl, and sharing just what that journey has been like. We're nearly 3 years now. In June, it'll be 3-4 years.
3
years. Well, it'll be going to third birthday, isn't it?
3 years in June, yeah.
It feels like longer, but that's because we aged considerably after the first 6 months. So we really wanted to share with people some of our biggest learnings, biggest strategies, and some of the behind the scenes stories, because you all watch Instagram and you'll see people going, oh, it's great, and I'm on my laptop in Hawaii, and I'm earning like £1 million while I'm sat here drinking my Mai Tai, and like there's a lot more to it than that. Like there is a freaking lot more to it than that, and we just wanted to share that last night. But what the biggest thing we wanted to share and to be really honest about was the mindset transformation that we did was by far the biggest thing that made the biggest impact. I've even brushed my hair today, guys. I'm so sorry. We've been busy this morning. And we've learned so much, even as mindset experts ourselves. When Cheryl and I sat and reflected on the journey, that was why we wanted to do this masterclass, because we see so many other women who are making money, reaching burnout, and not enjoying the success in their business because all of the inner critic, all the mindset stuff, all the money limiting beliefs and the money blocks are holding them back from enjoying the thing that they set out to do in the first place.
And we're very lucky because there's 2 of us. So saying that, we didn't, like, for the first 6 months, none of us like sat up and went, what the hell are we doing here? We'd even forgot, like, we were in business for 20 years each. Like, literally all of that knowledge about being business women, corporate business women for 20 years each, running large teams, running P&Ls, running business. We forgot all of that when we set the business up and became entrepreneurs. It's like we left all that at the door, and then as if it didn't exist. And then neither of us for like the first 6 months like sat up and went, what are we doing here? We were just like on this man-made mission to have like everything system known to man, like literally with no clients and no money and not seeing our families. And
like, what's a funnel?
Like literally, we were like, bloody hell, like it was, and then we went into like the next 6 months, literally like knowing we wanted to do, after failing at many things, knowing we wanted to do all of this stuff, but we were just literally like headless chickens thinking, we just don't know what to do first. So that's what happens. And that's what a lot of the women who we coach tell us, that because they're in overwhelm, they then get paralysis, and then they just get stuck, and then they don't do anything. So that's when we were like, right, I think we need some help. Let's go and have a coach who literally has done what we've done. And we were at that point right there where we just wanted somebody to just tell us what to do. Somebody just tell us what to do next, so that we've got some kind of clear direction, so we can actually move forward instead of just going round and round at the kitchen table with all of these big plans and not getting anywhere. And we were making money by then. We did have some clients by that point, but it took a while to get there. And then the day that we realized that we could actually go for a walk, we both live next to the beach, and like HQ is like a 5-minute walk from the beach. The day we were like gave ourselves permission to leave the house and actually go down to the beach. And then we realized that we were really productive when we got into a different environment and space where we were allowing creativity to flow. It was like a game changer. We were like, oh my God, like, why didn't we think of this before? You can actually leave the house. You don't have to be chained to the table.
Has this resonated with anyone watching who's gone from transition from corporate? Like, we were so used to, you walk in, you get in the office for like 8 in the morning if you're a lazy bitch, sometimes you're there earlier. You don't leave till 6 o'clock at night or whenever. If somebody else leaves, you've got to sit there. If the boss is still there, you've got to sit there. And we carried that mentality in, didn't we? This very masculine energy, this very like power through, get shit done. Like if you're not destroyed by the end of the day, then you haven't really worked. It was like, and it's the opposite, as coaches and as CEOs of our business, you've got to be in that creative space. You've got to be really connected. You've got to be feeling rather than just think. And we were just, honestly, it was really demoralizing because we genuinely never worked harder or longer hours and weren't seeing the return on the investment. And we were just shitting ourselves thinking, we think, have we done the wrong thing? We knew we hadn't done the wrong thing, but we knew we were going the wrong way about it. Yeah. Now we're not going to sit and go, oh, like we can teach you how to make $1 million. Like that's not what it's about. Like our job as coaches is to help you unlock your limiting beliefs. It's helped to give you structure. It's helped you to see what needs to be done. And what we know is what we decided to do was, after we've been doing a lot of inner work in our groups with women, was we created nearly a year ago now the Elite Mastermind for the elite soul sisters who know their purpose, who know what they want their business to be, or have got a really good idea and either want to get it off the ground or have got businesses but are kind of wanting to do that inner work on themselves still, because you can't separate business and life. Like we couldn't get that. We chatted to some business mentors and coaches and we're like, how do you help with the mindset? We went for somebody who did all of that with us. That's what we do for our clients, because you are the core of your business. So it's no good knowing how to do funnels and email lists and all this shit over here if actually your head's scrambled, you're struggling with mum guilt, you've got limiting beliefs about not being good enough, you're terrified about being visible. Like, doesn't work. So when we created the Elite Mastermind a year ago for our graduating clients and graduating one-on-one clients, to give them a 12-month safe space to still have connection, to keep clarity, to be accountable, to be able to get strategic with their business, to use all the knowledge in that group to help them move their business forward. Like, it's a really transformational space, and each single one of those is really powerful, but when you put them all together, it creates quantum shifts. And for the first time ever, Cheryl and I were like, why are we only keeping it for our clients who've graduated from a program or who've been one-to-one? Like, what would happen if we opened it up for other people to come and be part of this mastermind? What would that look like?
And like Donna said, like when we joined our mastermind, we had a coach who focused on money. We had a coach who focused on spirituality. We've got a coach who focuses on coaching, mentoring, and is a psychologist. But it's like, in our mastermind, you have all of that within us too, because I'm qualified in NLP. I'm a spiritual healer. Donna's studying for her Doctor of Divinity. Donna is shit hot with money mindset. Like, we can teach these things to you because we've had to overcome them ourselves. So you get like all of that in the group, and then you get in the group and we have a wealth of hundreds of years of knowledge between the Elite Mastermind soul sisters who were in the group, who are all now supporting each other's businesses. They are working together to support, to get to a higher level, and they're supporting each other. So like, if you think of all of the things you need to know in business, like even without Donna and I in there, even just going into the group, you've got such a wealth of knowledge. And then obviously Donna and I laying our lessons of how we got to 500,000 in the first couple of years. as well as all of this additional spirituality, coaching, mindset, like whatever it is you need, it's all there.
The women that we've got in the group, you've got wealth management experts, you've got serial entrepreneurs with 7 businesses, successful businesses already, and parents. You've got marketing experts, copywriters, mindfulness experts, like
Coaches,
entrepreneurs, coaches,
fitness experts, like literally.
Kundalini, like it blows your mind because, and that's what we love when we have a conversation and stand back and see the group support. It's just, honestly, like I've literally got goosebumps now thinking about it. And when we see the transformation as we're locking more and more of these unlimited beliefs and showing people what's possible and them seeing it and believing it. And having, I got a message from one of the girls last night who had a total breakthrough last week in a session, has then had a total transformational conversation with her parents. Like, it's broken open a whole other area of her life. And it's like, it's not about business, it's about you. Like, you are your business, and your business is a spiritual practice because it's about your purpose. Okay. So for the first time ever, we are opening it up to applications. We've never done this before. We might never do it again. I don't really know. I want to see how it goes. But there are limited spaces because the mastermind can't have 100 people in it. Okay. And that's just us being really honest. We wanted to stay a small, elite, select group of women who want to stand in their power and want nothing to get in the way of that, and who are ready for spiritual life, business, mindset, money, mastery, creating abundance, wealth in all areas of life. That's the women we want to work with. So what we're doing is saying, look, we know that you might not know much about a mastermind or how it works, but what we want to do with you is we've opened up a selected number of slots in our diary to speak to people who are ready to invest and who are ready to go big and say hell yes to success and wealth and abundance and love and joy and happiness by having a personal strategy session with us. So we've created an assessment asking you some questions so we can gauge where you're at right now, and we're going to have a discussion with you to help guide you and give you our evaluation of whether or not the mastermind is the right next step for you, and if one of these elite soul sister spaces would have your name on it. And we've opened those spaces up over the next week. So you might not know, you won't know necessarily if it's the right thing for you, but if you feel energetically aligned and you're feeling like this sounds exciting, like this sounds exactly the thing that I maybe need but didn't know I needed until now, then let's fill the document in, answer the questions that we're asking you. And then if that feels like a good fit, we'll send you a link to have a conversation with us. And in your personal strategy discussion, we can help guide you. And I'm going to be honest, guys, sometimes I guide people to different places because we don't feel like we're the right people for them, okay? Like, we're big girls. We want 10 out of 10 clients in that group because the mastermind is a super special place. You can always reach out to any of the elite soul sisters as well. They'll always let you know who they are. If you want any names, just DM them. Like, they'll tell you what it's like. Like, we don't need to tell you. But we're going to be sending you some emails. If you're in our email community, you'll be getting some emails over the next few days with some of the girls talking about what it's like in there to give you the opportunity to hear from the horse's mouth, or you can approach them. It's absolutely up to you. We want 2021 to be the year, like our COVID year has been the most successful time in our business. You know, we know you can thrive no matter what the condition, and the world is opening up again right now, God willing, okay? So we want you, now that there's light, now that we're feeling a bit brighter, now that we're feeling like, you know, we can start to move and breathe again, we want you to really grab that and say yes to this. Like, yes to giving yourself the best chance of creating wealth, abundance, love, joy, balance, happiness in your life with people who are doing that and can show you a way rather than you having to read the books, listen to the podcasts, buy 20 different online programs. Let's talk. Any questions?
Yes, let us know if you've got any questions. Questions. Keep pulling up outside. You know, you're expecting somebody to come and knock on the door, and then the dog's going to start barking, but I'm not expecting anything to get delivered, so I don't know where they're going.
While you're asking questions, we've got 2 minutes left. Would anyone like a Spirit Junkie card? Well, we're waiting. Tell me. So Holly's posted in all the different groups the link for the discovery form, which is what you need to complete to request your personal strategy call. So I'd really invite you and urge you, because The applications will close to speak to us at 8 p.m. on Monday. So it's a very limited time frame. You've got to request this. Once the doors are closed, that will be it. Okay? Card, Tonya.
Diddly-doo-poo.
Card for Tonya. There you go. Kindness is a gift I bestow upon the world. I should say so, Tonya. Anybody else got one while we're waiting? Say yes. So we want yes to success. Yes to success. Yes to you. Yes to abundance. And let's start to make some magic happen. Claire, I'm going to pull you one. The more I honor my inner light, the more I brighten the world I choose to shine. Yes, you do. And that's really relevant for you. That's amazing. Right. Okay, then, my darlings. We'll leave you to have a lovely day. If you're watching this on replay, still ask questions. Holly's going to be keeping an eye on them today as we go through the day. We'll still jump on and answer. Or you can drop us a DM. We want to create magic for you and with you. So please, please, please make the most of the opportunity. We have got a few days, a few small window to make some magic happen. So I'm excited to hear from you. Have an amazing day. Sending you tons and tons and tons of love. It's so you, Claire. And we'll see you really soon.
Wednesday.
Bye, guys.